Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Dcentos. Hold on, where my camera at? It's your boy Dcentos. As you can see, I got my man's Yomo with me, and we're back in the building. Yo, when's the last time we recorded?
Oh, last year. I would say definitely last year. I mean,
Last
y'all
year.
y'all see it's a new crib,
Yeah. Oh,
So
facts, facts.
yeah, it's a new crib. So it's testing out the setup where I'm at. I may move it. We'll see. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's whew.
Yeah, new things. I mean, you got a new crib too. I think the
Yeah.
last time we recorded, you were in your old crib, right? Or no?
I think nah. I think we recorded a little bit, like when I first moved here. When I first
Okay.
moved here, uh, I think I did a. I think we recorded here, so I think they've seen it before. But still,
Okay.
know what I'm saying, we back at it. We got to go back and do. I think this is what is this is fall. We're doing the
Yeah,
fall season.
the fall
We
season.
got
Yeah.
we got to go ahead and do the fall shows first. So right on the screen, we got Blue Lock season
hmm
2 or Blue Lock versus U20 Japan. And man, right off the bat, you know, I'm gonna say this. I like the season. I like the season.
Okay. Okay.
Contrary to the score, it's what they said 7.65. That's what my anime list has it. I know a lot of people hated the season, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know. You got any opening statements on it?
Um, I feel like this season was watching like Flash animation.
Oh my god.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna start it off with that. It was
Uh
like watching Flash animation
huh.
for like the first, how many episodes is this? 14. So like
14.
the last two episodes, I would say they picked up the animation. Um, but yeah, imagine you coming off from the first season. You
Mm,
hyped because you really liked that first season. For me, I enjoyed it. It made me read the manga. I'm caught up.
mm.
And and then you started the second season and you're like, what is this? That was me. That
Oh
was me.
my
Even to the
god.
point where I think I dropped it on episode three or four.
Oh no.
And I didn't get back on the train hype until I saw like I heard the last
Okay.
two episodes were going crazy.
Uh
And I
huh.
knew they were gonna go crazy,
It
but I didn't know
was.
what the animation was. But that last episode,
Mm.
we'll get into that.
All
But
right. Yeah.
that's my little
We'll
opening
get
statement.
into it. Again, spoilers. If I didn't say it already, but I ain't gonna lie. Like when you go back and analyze the frames, was it a dynamic slideshow? And the answer is yes. The answer
Yeah,
is yes.
yeah,
But
yeah,
and
yeah.
you know what? I enjoy dynamic slideshow. I enjoyed it. I was cool with it. You know. Yeah. I don't know. I think. I mean, it's not a shonen, so it's not like they're relying heavily on animation, but it is a sports anime. So I mean, it. I guess you kind of rely on it as well, but I think for me, there's they do a good job of making like good tension in
hmm
between the episodes and in between the characters. So you're always wanting to know what's gonna happen next. You're like there's a yin and yang at both sides like battling each other out, and I enjoy things like that. So even though the animation is not up to par, you still have that those good writing elements of a suspenseful sports action show. So I do think, like, from a writing perspective, I thought this season was great. I'm sure if I'm sorry because you read it,
Yeah.
so I'm sure when you read it, you was like, "Yo, but this is fire." And then
It
when you
was
got to the animation, you was like, "I don't know what we doing."
yeah, so I mean for the people who don't watch it, maybe spoiler, but this season is basically goes about it talks about how the main group are preparing to play for the World Cup in a way. They're having a contest between the Blue Lock group versus I think they're called the U20, right?
Yeah, U20
And
Japan.
they're basically the next up and coming youth to play for the World Cup.
Mhm.
So you got these two groups battling out to see who is worthy to play in the World Cup. And just the little training montage before that, I wasn't too, I was like, oh, whatever, it's cool. They're introducing new characters, whatever. But the actual match. the match of these like
Mm-hmm.
going like
Yeah.
of the U20 versus Blue Lock, that thing was hype. That thing was hype.
Yeah. And
Crazy hype.
it was like a, they phrased it as like a battle of brothers, right? Itoshi Ren versus his
Oh, what's
brother.
his brother? Let me
Let me
see.
see if I can find this one. I'm on the character list right now. I think his name was shoot, man. I don't remember these Japanese names.
Yeah, you know, yeah, I can't
Uh,
find the names, man.
shoot, I'm looking. I'm scrolling, man. I'm scrolling
No,
for the.
same with me. I'm over here
What's this
looking
man
to see.
name?
Oh, Itoshi Sai.
Sai. Okay, all right. It's
You
Sai.
got Rin
Okay,
and Sai.
Ren and Sai. Okay, yeah. So it's like a battle of brothers, and besides from that, like they started out, and
Mm-hmm.
the Blue Lock team is playing crazy, like because they're all strikers. So it's like like because they're all strikers, the U20 team is not used to their aggressiveness.
Yeah.
So like at first they're like, yo, like what's going on? Like, how are these people like why are they playing like this? But then we see the captain of the U20 team. His name is Oliver, Aiku Oliver. Now this man was a dog, all right? His man was
Mm-hmm.
a dog. Like the first episode ends and he's like, you probably a wild boy when I'm a cop when I'm gonna stop you. Was it a corny analogy? Maybe.
Oh
But
yeah,
when I
no,
was
very
watching it,
corny.
I was like, yo, this gas. This
Because
gas.
you got a lot of these people talking about I'm gonna kill you over a soccer game. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, like what's going on? But it's like I mean, because you're rooting for the Blue Lock squad, and you're like, and everyone on this squad is dogs, like they're all dogs. So what does the
Mm-hmm.
U20 team got? And you realize that like not the U20 team, they're no slashers either. Like they're all pretty good. Um, so it's like the Blue Lock squad, like they got to score,
Mm-hmm.
and they got to figure out how to make 0 and 1. And that's their biggest goal right there. And the coach was like, bro, coach was like, I can't help y'all. Like, we've been
Mm-hmm.
in the Blue Lock program, and you know what I'm saying? If that program didn't help you to, figure out how to way to navigate through this, then the Blue Lock program needs to get canceled. But obviously they persevere. So I just thought that was like really cool to see.
Mm-hmm. I think I think it was just seeing like the matchup and just kind of seeing how like they had a counter for everybody. I
Mm,
think that was also that was really cool to watch. Um and then you also got the what's the name of that blonde hair guy?
the blonde hair
Um
girl.
the
Nagi?
bl
Who?
yeah, Nagi. Is it Nagi? The
Wait,
black guy who's blonde hair? I guess he's black, I don't know. The
like
one that's really he's like Rin's rival in a way, I guess. He's really nice. The one they
oh
had him
oh
locked up.
it wasn't Baru. It was they called him like the demon, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
What? I'm scrolling
There's
through
so
this.
many characters. I don't know.
I'm
But
scrolling through this.
anyways, it
Yeah.
was just it was really nice being able to see like what he can do and seeing how he was playing for the opposite team,
Yeah.
because he was real nice and they made him play for the opposite team.
Yeah,
That boy was
yeah.
going crazy
He was
because
going
I'm sure you saw that scene where he did the 360 kick and the camera
that
rotated.
was clean.
That was one of them scenes I was like, oh, hold on now. Hold
Yeah.
on, what they doing in Blue Lock, you know?
Now,
Uh,
now, now. Side note, I want to mention because all right, his name was Ryusei. All right, so Ryusei and Sai, I don't know if they had like a master and slave relationship, but the way they was talking, I was like, yo, it's kind of weird. I ain't gonna lie,
yeah,
bro.
nah,
Like we just playing
yeah.
soccer. This is weird. I just gotta point that
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
yeah,
I just gotta point that out. I'm sorry. That was kind of
yeah.
weird. But I really like Nagi's first goal when they passed it to him, he kicked it
Mm-hmm.
on the ground.
Yep.
And then it went up in there and then he scored. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that boy nice.
I still think, and then you may agree, you may not agree. That last goal, nothing touches that.
The last
Nothing
goal.
touches that.
Yeah, it's clean. It's
Nothing
clean.
touches that because that man really used the same method like he learned. Like it was just all luck,
Yeah.
all luck. When that ball came over his head, he
Mm-hmm.
knew, and he did a direct drop kick. Oh no,
Exactly. Yeah, and it's like honestly, everyone was dogs, like on both sides of
everybody,
the team.
everybody,
Like
everybody.
Like, oh
The
man,
the same reaction I got watching the anime, it's the same reaction I got. Like that last goal was the same reaction I got when I read it on the manga too. I jumped when I was reading it in the manga a couple years ago. I was in bed just reading it.
Mm,
And I jumped out the bed when I saw Isagi kick that thing. I was like, no
yeah,
way, bro. Like my man went crazy.
going
So like,
absolutely crazy.
yeah, so does that last little bit make up for the season? I ain't gonna lie. It
Yeah,
kind of does a little, just a little bit, but still, it was nice though. It was
yeah,
really nice. So
yeah. I'm looking at I'm watching the scene right now, and I'm like, this is absolute cinema. Like, this
it
was
went
they was
crazy.
dogging out, like, cause
It went crazy.
Ren was like,
Rin was
he
going crazy,
you
tongue out and everything. He broke
tongue out
character.
like he
He
Jordan,
broke character.
like he was going savaging out, and man, just you know what I'm saying, took the opportunity. But it's like it's like how do people rate this season? And I I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I when we always talk about anime, I don't necessarily think animation is always the most important thing. I really enjoyed the storytelling, and I was
Mhm.
hyped to watch it every week. Like every week, I was fine with it. I was like, is it the best animation?
Absolutely
No, it
not.
is not. No, it is
Absolutely
not.
not.
But you know what I'm saying? Like for me, it didn't take my enjoyability away from the show. I wasn't like, man, like I can't watch it. I was like, I'm trying to see who trying to win. Like they going back and forth.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't have the same feeling. I do feel like I'm not the kind of person where it has to have 10 out of 10 animation. It got to be amazing.
Hmm.
But I still want at least some quality. Like, come on now.
That's
Them
fair.
cut it was just like, man, like I feel like I just y'all could have just read the manga and got the same feeling, except for the last two episodes.
Yeah,
Like
they.
you could have read it up until the last two episodes because they really weren't moving. Like they had
Yeah,
that ball literally just spinning
yeah.
around in the same place. It's just like they cut it. They ain't do nothing. So I'm
Not,
like, come on
not,
now.
nah. The intern was going crazy. That the intern, whoever's
Yeah,
animating that
yeah,
intern, he was going crazy. All right, with
yeah.
the spinning effects, he was going crazy.
I
Triple
was
platinum.
like, man, what they use TikTok edits for this? Like, what's going on?
Nah, not the
Oh
TikTok
yeah,
edits.
oh yeah. Like
Yeah,
they really look like they didn't try that
yeah,
hard, except for the last two. But
yeah,
overall,
yeah. And I
was
do like
was
Isagi's like last sentiment, like when they won the game.
hmm
I think he was like, oh, like what's next? And I think I don't think he said U20s. I think he said like the rest of the world or something like that. Yeah,
spoiler. That's a little spoiler.
yeah.
But
It's
they be
I,
yeah,
I mean, I'd hope that the split. If you on a national team for Japan, then I guess because they're always hitting at like the other places are
other
better, other
countries.
countries are better. Because even there's our brother and dynamic where Say was like, "Yo, I was out here in France. I came back to here, and you still at the same level." Like Say
Mm,
was really disrespecting Ren. I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, that's your
hmm
brother. He was really disrespecting, boy. He was saying like
hmm
he said, "You never gonna get better than me because you always on my shadow. We were supposed to be a duo,
mm.
like, but really though, like, you gotta be on your own." And I mean, I'm sure Rin's gonna have more character development in terms of that, and in terms of what he's gonna do next, and understanding that I mean, even though y'all blood, sometimes y'all gotta be dogs.
Yeah,
Sometimes y'all gotta be dogs, and sometimes that's how the cookie crumble.
that's
But
how it be sometimes. Honestly, that's how it be.
I enjoyed
So.
the season. I enjoyed the season. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I have no complaints, man. I'll watch it again if I had time.
I again, the last two episodes were the only thing I would watch. I'm not gonna go back and watch the rest of those episodes.
Mm,
That's just me personally. I feel like I can get the same feeling with just reading the manga. So
that's
that's what
fair.
I've been doing, and I've been enjoying it. So, overall, if it wasn't for those last two episodes, this season would get a one. But
Ah,
because of the last two episodes,
you gonna give it?
it gets like a six.
Uh, hey, man, I enjoy what I watch. I'm gonna give it an 8. Our
All right.
official score is 7. official
Yeah.
score,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, official score is 7. I guess that matches what's up here. So, I mean, if you ain't got nothing else to say, man, that's it.
There you go.
All right,
So
y'all.
that's it.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that. You know what I'm
We
saying?
may be doing blue lock in in real life. We might be go ahead and play soccer. We'll see.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll see. We're gonna get that video out, right?
All right,
That's
man.
right. Yeah.
Stay
There you go.
tuned. Stay tuned. All right, yo. Peace.
Peace.